because of your former coach. Mike, they looking at him like, bruh, you not a tight end. You got this job because Urban Meyer's the head coach and he coached you in Florida. So I'm looking at you differently. Mike, we've all worked with people that their sons or their daughter is in a position. And I'm looking at them like the only reason you got this position is because of your parents or because you know somebody. We look at that person differently. Mike, you know that. But all I'm saying is that, Mike, we know why. We know why. Let's not pretend that he did something that earned this opportunity. Hell, Cap couldn't get an opportunity after 1 year, 2 years, let alone somebody bringing him out after 6 years and says, okay, you can try out for DB.
Okay, but we know why that was.
Yes.
That was a whole different dynamic.
And just like we know why this is, Mike.
We are back with another episode of the Warheads. We keep changing our names. What's going on? It don't matter. But before we get into the topic, we always want to remind you to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can get our shows when they are uploaded. As it is, brothers, we just saw a video with Scannon and Ship featuring Michael Vick.
It's Skip and Shannon.
Skip and Shannon. You say tomato?
It's Shannon. Yeah.
Come on, Skip. Come on, Skip. You say tomato, I say tomato. Okay, Skip. But on the show, we saw how Shannon was talking about Tim Tebow's re-entrance into the NFL after 8 years. 2012 was the last time he was out. Well, Shannon had some very pointed points, good points about his entry into the league. But what was y'all's takeaway from that?
My takeaway, personally, is this is a big slap in the face, first of all, to any hardworking kids who had dreams of getting into the NFL, and only to find out that some mid to late 30-something-year-old white man who's been given the opportunity to play your position, a position he's never played ever in his life. So yeah, no, that there's that one thing, but. Yeah, Tebow is extremely privileged, and that privilege is being waved in front of our faces big time. As you can see, that he's basically been given a job as maybe the third string tight end or whatever it is, but still, he shouldn't even get that opportunity. And given the fact that, like we said, it's been 8 years, he's never played this position. He's given this because of the privilege, and we come to find out about Urban Meyer. I didn't even realize that Urban Meyer was the coach for Jacksonville. So there's that. But then there's the Colin Kaepernick angle. And the fact that we have somebody who is trying or was trying to get back into the NFL, and he actually wanted to play, a position he was familiar with. But he wanted to get back in, and we know the whole story behind Colin and the knee and how he was blackballed and that whole deal. So that's just my whole deal. This was just crazy. It's all about privilege, and we're being slapped in the face with it again. That's all.
What's your take, Silk?
He has the complexion for the protection. This is, and for the connection. This is one of those things where, like you said, we just get slapped in the face with the privilege. First of all, this guy was a horrible quarterback.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have got as far as if he wasn't angling the Jesus thing.
Yeah. Could you stress again how bad this dude was?
Horrible.
Yes. This dude was
as you said it earlier, historically horrible.
Yeah. No, thank you. Historically bad. Historically bad for the position he was playing his whole life. So, I don't know, man.
Well, this is what I'll say, because we actually just did a show on Is America Racist? Mm-hmm. What are the true colors of America? They tell us as a people that the true colors of America are red, white, and blue. But I beg to differ, brothers. Yeah. The true colors of America, with what we see going on here, are bedsheet white, and they have 3 holes in it. That being said,
No lies detected. No lies detected.
that being said, we're gonna segue over to this stuff going on with Porsha Williams with her fine ass.
Right. Thick in a mug.
She's in the news lately because she's announced her engagement to a Nigerian named Simon Guobadia, which is the ex-husband of a co-star for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Phelan Guobadia. Apparently, Porsha has set the internet on fire, set it aflame, by announcing that not only is she dating this man after a month, but she's pregnant by this brother as well. I think it's interesting because on the show, her and Phelan were introduced as friends. However, Porsha is on the record as saying, Phelan and I are not friends, and Simon's divorce has been settled. She wrote after penning, for all of you that need facts, I get the optics, but Simon filed for divorce from a previous marriage in January. So what's y'all's takeaway on this, brothers?
What you got, Sil?
There's no girl code, huh?
No girl code, not with this one.
And there's definitely no guy code because this guy Simon was friends with her baby daddy, so they were pretty good friends, from what it seems. But it don't seem like the baby daddy hot dog, the hot dog guru, has a problem with it.
No.
So, it's one of them things where you could be mad at the bro code and the guy code being broken between these individuals, but if they don't have a problem with it, why am I mad?
Well, it's funny that you mention that, not to sit up here and switch subjects, but this all reminds me of the whole OJ Marcus Allen situation, because OJ and Marcus both shared Nicole. And so maybe these men, they're just having fun. Maybe they're not even taking these women seriously. Like maybe the whole having babies and getting married and stuff, it's just something to do. Because a lot of people, like with money, it's just something to do. They've done so many things under the sun. They don't even look at marriage. They don't even take it seriously. Yeah, I'll give you a settlement. They have these secret contracts. We'll stay married this long. I'll give you a couple $1 million when it's over. Blah, blah, blah. Let's have some fun. I mean, Porsha is a pretty girl, but I'm not simping for her for no amount of time in the sack with her. And maybe this man, this Simon guy and Porsha's hot dog baby daddy, just had an agreement, like, we shared her. It reminds me of that scene in Poetic Justice with Tone Loc and Tupac's character.
Yeah, that could be that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, I'm and the way that it's funny. You know what I think of when I think of this situation? I think of Kevin Samuels in particular, and I think about some of what he says about high value men and the things that are afforded to high value men and women who are in that world. I think have the understanding that these men are afforded certain luxuries, including, kind of bouncing around between the women, so I think that's the one thing that comes to my mind when I think of the situation is how, Kevin Samuels has kind of brought this to the forefront, and we kind of see some of this with that. This guy who's I had no clue who he was because I don't even keep up with this whole reality show world, but apparently this guy's like rich and has money, and he was messing around with the one lady, Phelan is her name, but yeah, messing with Phelan, and then he's also
He was married to her.
Married to Phelan, so yeah, married to Phelan, gets to bounce around to the next chick, and that's perfectly okay with Porsha, and she knows all this, and she's cool with it because he's high value. So,
Well, there's nothing to be said about the homie that hangs around you and your woman, and then when y'all break up, he brushes her.
Well, I think you said the proper term. He a hoe me. If he's scheming on your woman, he a hoe me. Emphasis on the hoe. I will say this about the situation though, regardless of what the men did, Porsha, she's setting a bad example. She's a 39-year-old woman. She's actually going to be 40 next month. But what she shows is like a lot of the impulsivity that a lot of our sisters engage in when hopping into a new relationship. She's literally saying they're in love. She's been with this man, so she's saying on the record, just for a month. Right. And this man, he's coming out of a divorce. First of all, you need time to self-reflect after you've been in a relationship for some time, especially a marriage, because now you're bringing that emotional residue over to your new situation, making for a totally toxic cocktail, and you're bringing a child in. She hasn't dated this man long enough to know him, to see if she's truly in love with him. And it's funny how a lot of people confuse infatuation and lust with love. I think this is that erotic love again, isn't it? That's not real love. It'll fade. We'll see who she'll be with in the next couple of years.
Yeah, then again, it can be just for TV too. So she needs a what is it called?
A storyline.
Her own storyline.
Right. You're right, because this is reality TV, and reality TV is fake as you know what. So I don't know. Y'all got any more takeaways from this around the net?
let's leave that alone.
All right, so we're gonna transition to our last story from around the net, and it's from the rapper. Well, I guess she got a flow. Saweetie. She's known for the song "That's My Type." Probably one of the most ratchet videos I've ever seen in my life. She look good though.
She do.
She look good. What y'all rate Saweetie? Is she a 10 or below?
No, she's
Below.
She's definitely below. Yeah,
she's below.
You couldn't.
She's a Kevin Samuel 6.
Yeah. No, my judgment of 10s has more to do than with the looks alone. So just based off, some of what we know about her personality, she couldn't be a 10. But that body though, man, the very talented body. That's all I gotta say.
That's where her talent ends.
That's what her talent is. Very talented body.
You don't think she can spit?
Very talented body.
I'm gonna just say this. She was on the beach singing her song, "That's My Type," before a bunch of people. The article on the Daily Mail says that for the performance, Saweetie pretended to be an up-and-coming artist looking to make ends meet by placing a small container that read "Pretty Bitch Donations" on the ground next to her. Now, the only reason I find this interesting, yeah.
Wait, go back. One time, Joker. My bad, bro. She was doing what?
She said she was pretending to be an up-and-coming artist. Why you would pretend to be an up-and-coming artist?
The song that's on the radio?
Right.
How can you pretend to be yourself?
Oh, well, no. She's actually right. She is a pretending fucking artist. She is even with the fact that she's been on radio or TV or whatever the hell. Yeah, she's pretending. So she's correct.
But the thing of it is, I don't think that's necessary. People know who you are. And you can even see from the video, the audience knows who she is. They're actually singing along with her. But this is one part that gets me. Her energy from the "That's My Type" video takes a drastic jump off of a cliff to her pretending on the beach. "That's my type." She was so lethargic. She's just standing there. In the video, she's twerking. I mean, she's up on basketball rims.
Yeah, devil's advocate by herself, bro. I'm like, he had a life of his own.
I'm gonna need that energy I'm gonna need that energy when you pretending.
Yeah, she should have
Pretend
pretended.
like you love me.
She should have pretended like she had some energy, huh?
Yeah. But this just goes to show just how a lot of fake individuals make it. She had a situation, and I can't speak against Quavo and maybe what he would have been. Maybe he got tired of her. I don't know what really drove the end of that relationship. But if she was fighting, say that again.
Smart.
He was smart. He woke up.
Yeah.
The illusion dissipated, as it always should with fake individuals.
Yeah, he put his blinders on, stopped looking at that ass.
That's a nice ass, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have stopped looking at it, but I'm just saying.
Hey man, you know
you
know how the story go. Show me the finest chick, I tell you, I'll show you a man tired of fucking her.
Yeah.
How about more than one?
Yeah. And that's the finest. We ain't even talking about the ones that are bad built. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, the potato sack.
Bad built babes need love too. Let me not.
No, they do.
They need love. Let me stop.
They do. No, I ain't.
As long as your character is true blue. If you just bad built and you're a liar and a cheater and a snake, you don't need no love. You need exile. But do y'all have any more takeaways from this Saweetie video? She should have stayed with Quavo. She could have been in $100,000 car instead of rapping for tips.
Yeah,
That was the problem. Nah. Go ahead, Roscoe.
No, I was just gonna say if she wants to rap for tips, I got some savings.
You got a tip?
Which tip you trying to give her?
Yeah, man, she could get the tip. I mean, she will get a lot of gratuity, bro.
I think this is just sad because you see these pretty girls. Wait, y'all never said what y'all rated her though.
She's a solid 5.
5 with or without makeup?
A 5.
With or without makeup?
I mean, I think she's cute without the makeup. She looked like she could be a chick that's cute without the makeup, but that still puts her in the 5 realm. And I only keep her at a 5 because that body is banging. I can't stop.
It's just mentally,
Yeah,
she's average.
Yeah.
What about you, Silk?
Man, Kevin Samuel 6.
Kevin Samuel 6?
Kevin Samuel 6.
All right, I don't rate her. I wouldn't touch her because I know that energy would transfer to me and I'd be just as basic as she is. At any rate, that's another episode of Around the Net. You'll see more episodes like this from us as we go in on these different targets going on around the world and the internet. At any rate, we always want to remind you to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can get our shows. Warheads out. I'm just glad it ain't me.